What's happening? What's happening? We trapping. Let's get it. I hope everybody's having a good day, a good morning. You understand? Let's get it. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Let's go. Let's get it. Tell your neighbor, friends, or foes where to go to hear some of this good old Cowboys content. And we live in effect in the trap with it, man. Make sure y'all share. Support Landlord Sports. Let's go. We live with it this morning, man. We in the building with it. Let's go. Shout out to all my people, man. Shout out to my people. We in the building with it. Yes, sir. It's almost training camp, man. So, you know, after training camp, it's the season. We almost back, y'all. I know it felt like a long time, but we right round the corner. You understand? We right round the corner. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Shout out to Mr. Joe Tranchina, Miss Etta Lockhart, Micah Lockhart, the Lockhart squad, Miss Patrice Langford in the building, Dope Meister in the building, Miss Regina Green with the green, C. Nicole in the building. It's too easy. Sliding through real late in the buzzer beater type vibes. You understand? So y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share, man. Let's get this trap jump around the corner. And first and foremost, we gotta make sure them haters do the most. Exactly what they was put on God's green earth to do. And that's hate, man. You already know that, man. Let's get this trap jump around the corner, man. Let's go. Shout out to everybody rocking. Yeah. Let's go. Shout out to Mr. Ruben Hernandez on Facebook. Shout out to the Facebook team. Let's get it. Hey. Shout out to Metris Adams in the building. Yeah, we in the trap house with it. Yes, sir. It's a Trap Thursday. You know, we don't say Thursday. It's Thursday. You understand? Yeah. Let's go. Shout out to Bruce got the Tossy Juice. Mr. Common Sense Lab in the building. Mr. King G. We getting it. Let's go. We got to make sure them haters occupied. Make sure them haters doing exactly what they supposed to do. Shout out to Mafia Miles in the building, GTA. Already with a $5 super. What's happening? I appreciate you, sir. Let's get it. Yeah. Cowboy AJ in the building. Jay Lombard in the building. Hey, let's go. Choctaw Montana in the building. What's happening? Miss Elder Lockhart. Let's get it. We in the building with it, man. We gotta make sure them haters doing their job, man. It's only right. It's a Trap Thursday. Tell your trap cousins, your trap aunties, uncles, nieces. You know you in the trap when you got a trap niece. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that like and share, man. I got a trap niece. You understand me? Let's get it. Hey, man, how you got a trap niece, though? You know you in the trap with it for real. But you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching me through a phone. But I promise you, you are in the trap, sir. I promise. Make no mistake about it, man. Shout out to Mafia Miles with the $5 super coming in strong with the K. He says, what's up, my trap house brother? What's happening with you, sir? What's happening? Hey, man, you know, I do have the raffle updates real quick, man. Y'all know I'm trying to fund myself out there to sunny California to cover this training camp for the greatest team of all time, your America's team, man. So I'm trying to come out there with some exclusive coverage. So, you know, I would like if y'all could help me out, you know, help fund. I ain't asking for the GoFundMe. I'm just saying participation is what we need. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking. I don't mind taking a little L, but you know what I'm saying? Just help your brother out. But I'm finna give some of the updates. Let's see. The raffle updates. Okay. We got Miss Patrice Langford with 3 entries. It's Too Easy with 1 entry. Miss Sadiqa Charles with 1 entry. Michael Nelson with 1 entry. Mr. Coach Marv with 4 entries. Ty Lockhart with 1 entry. Mickey with 3 entries. And Queen Cowboy with 2 entries. Sugar Daddy Williams with 1. Tavis Banks with 2. So that is the standings right now. It looks like Coach Marv has the best odds to win the big prize right now. You know, I'm raffling off a jersey and a copy of Madden 24 and a t-shirt. So, man, y'all make sure y'all participate in the trap raffle. You understand? Let's get it. We trying to get out there to sunny California, y'all, man. So we just need a little help, a little participation, man. We appreciate all that. We gonna be trapping out there from the beach, ain't we, man? You know what I mean? Trapping from the sunny California beach. So, you know, make sure y'all participate in the raffle. But now that the housekeeping is out of the way, I think it was a bird or a plane or something. I ain't sure. What was that? Oh, it's just nefarious news, of course. That's what it is. You understand? Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. Let's get it. Man, we see our boy Brandon Cooks out there cooking. That's what it looks like to me. He got the weighted vest on. He's out there putting in the work, man. High point of football. Nice change of direction. See, when you got a player that's like, you know, barely 6 feet, or slightly under 6 feet, what their advantage going to be is change of direction. Now, it take a freak to be able to do this at a tall size, to be able to get down that low and get back up, getting in and out of your breaks at this small of a position. I mean, at this small of a stature, that's your advantage. And Brandon Cooks look like he do this effortless, man. He's just getting in and out of his breaks looking real effortless. And hey, man, I think it's going to be a great addition to this wide receiver room. We already know he's super fast. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's a weighted vest right there. So he's blasting and looking explosive off the line. Look at that. Hey, man, I'm telling you, Dak Prescott is going to absolutely love Brandon Cooks. I don't think it's going to be much of a gelling process when it comes to him and Dak being able to build that chemistry up, man. I think it's just going to be a seamless transition from Dak to Brandon Cooks. Y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for that duo right there, y'all. That duo is going to be absolutely outstanding. And shout out to Miss Patrice with the $9.99. That gets you 2 more entries. He said, let me get this trap gear. Hey, I got you, Miss Patrice. I got you. I got you. Mr. J. Lombardi said Brandon Cooks be cooking. You understand? Shout out to Cajun Cowboy in the building too. Big Dallas 8604, man. We in the building with it. But let's get back into the content. But, man, I think I told y'all the timing of us acquiring Brandon Cooks, I think it kind of threw a lot of people off because the Cowboys typically don't do stuff that early. And now I think it done kind of died down, and I think people kind of underrating our acquisition in Mr. Brandon Cooks, man. I'm telling you right now, I think him and Dak they gonna bond very quickly, man. And I'm just telling y'all, no boy finna cook, man. Dak finna show you exactly who he is, man.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not
telling you right now.
I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
I'm telling you right now, man. It's finna be real grim for these haters. I'm telling you right now. So I think I just can't wait to see them boys on the field together. And that's the quickest thing we can do as far as that coming on the field together is you can play Madden. That's the best thing we got. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the enter in the raffle, you know, Madden 24 come out before the season. So, it'll be a good time to get the Madden 24 so you can actually get at least a visual of how it's going to look on the field together. Excuse me, with Luke Schoonmaker and all those new additions on the O-line. So, I mean, on the offense. So, that'll be very interesting to look at it. But let's continue with the content. We got Terence Steele, you know. My bad. He says the Dallas Cowboys, a source tells Cowboys Sports Illustrated, I guess, are in the midst of a contract negotiations with the offensive lineman Terence Steele, with both sides hoping for a sort of a Cowboy for life type deal, man. Ooh. That sounds very interesting. So shout out to Mike Fisher for breaking this article right here. And man, Terence Steele is I believe right now he is a cornerstone on this offensive line. Just that quick, what a difference 2 years make to let you see from Terence Steele being an undrafted free agent coming out of Texas Tech and to now being one of the people that we want to keep on this team for for a very, very long time. And I really feel like Terence Steele is deserving of this contract. You see what he is. You see how productive the run game is when he get on the field. So that's two things to keep in mind. He is a mammoth of a man. He's huge. He's just dominating, real nasty. He really play like a guard at tackle when you think about it. I'm talking about the finishing, the power, how nasty, aggressive he is. He really give you some guard vibes, but just that tackle. But we just need that aggressiveness, that dominance on this old line for the whole run game. When Terence Steele went down, this whole run game just plummeted, didn't it, y'all? And you could tell we knew why our bread was buttered. So that's why they got to quit playing with Zach Martin as well. Now, y'all better quit playing. Look at that. We had the most dominant run game. We had the most dominant O-line in the world on the right side. If they had any sense, Kellen Moore saying he didn't want to run, why won't you run to the right side? Zach Martin even put the stamp on Terence Steele and said he's the best run blocking tackle in football. Zach Martin said that. So you got the best guard and the best running tackle in football right there. Listen here. It would have been common sense. A third grader would have knew we should have been favoring the right side of the line when it's time to run, bro. A third grader would have knew that. But you know, Kellen want to trick everybody, trying to be smarter than a fifth grader. You know what I'm saying? When all he had to do is just be, be efficient and be effective in what's working. When it works, do it again. This is not hard. Miss Elder says, landlord Jerry stole your nefarious quote on Zach Martin asking for more money. Man, you already know what it is. I told y'all at first. Miss Elder, what I've been saying from the beginning. Dollar Bill ain't trying to pay them country boys nothing.
Dollar Bill!
We've been saying this.
Shut down! Pay them country boys nothing! Nothing!
And we going to discuss that further, man. As soon as I give him a little grace, as soon as I give Stephen Jones a little leeway, because I'm thinking he's changing his ways. He's becoming a new man. He's changing a new leaf. You know what I'm saying? He's turning over a new leaf, however the saying go, When we start acquiring some of these free agents, I'm thinking that he maybe he's changing his ways. But nah, I'm hearing rumblings and discussions about everybody is disgruntled and they mad about not getting their paper. So Dollar Bill still striking exactly how he usually strike, man. We already knew that. So we just gonna have to pray for that brother because he's not gonna do right. But okay. It's very early, I understand, but it looks like we don't even have half the likes we have far as the people in here. So please don't make me cry. Don't do that. Don't do that. You understand me? Y'all know. I'm just trying to come out here and give you some good Cowboys content. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to see me ugly cry. Look at that. That man there is a legend, ain't it, y'all? This is live footage of landlord crying right here. Y'all don't want to see that, man. Y'all do not want to see that. So hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Absolutely right, Miss Jackie. It's the same old Dollar Bill Jones, ain't it? He hasn't changed his ways. Soon as you give him an inch, he take a mile. That's what it looked like to me, man. But we just got to hope for the best, man. Anytime it's time for negotiations, I get nervous. I can't speak for everybody else, but Mr. Landlord himself, I get nervous. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sitting up here looking like they got to deal with Stephen Jones? Oh, my God. That is very good grief worthy right now. We already know Stephen is not budging. He is a master negotiator when it comes to losing negotiations. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to pissing people off, at the negotiation table, absolutely disrespecting people. That's Mr. Stephen Jones. You know, that's his cup of tea. So I get nervous when it's time to do contracts, man. That's just me. But let's move on, man. I would be happy that Terence Steele get some kind of deal because we need him. Well, let's see Tony Pollard in the rehab lab cooking up. This boy looking explosive. He looking explosive. Tony about to take the machines off the hinges, ain't you, boy? Good grief. Tony about to take the whole machine off the hinges. He looking real explosive, trying to get them knees and the leg, lower body strength right with this type of exercise. So I like what I'm seeing. He looking real explosive. Dang. Tony about to take the whole machine off the hinges. And he just kept doing it. You want to see him get his strength up in his lower body because you don't want him to be able to, you know, when it comes to lower body injuries, you know, you don't want the injured leg to be overworking the other leg, and that's how you get even more problems and even more injuries. You'll be overcompensating one side for the other. So you want to make sure they both on the same page. You want to make sure you get them very strong with the K, you know what I'm saying? So you won't have to worry about future injuries. So I'm happy that Tony looking more explosive as he keep working out. That's good for the Cowboys. That's good news for us. Now shout out to Mr. Trayvon Diggs, man. We got to give our brother West Coast some flowers out here. Because, you know, it's been a little pandemic going on lately, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'll be honest, when I first started doing this, man, I wasn't too aware of like the etiquette on how you share other people's content and stuff. I was thinking of it like a fan. I just use your stuff and I just use your stuff. But now I had to reshift the way I do things to a content creator. So I have to realize that, hey, these are people content and it's not easy to make a lot of this content. So when you do use somebody's content, it's best to give them props and give them the proper respect because, hey, you don't know what avenues they had to go through to get that content to the masses, man. So some people have to pay, some people have to travel and fly around to get these interviews and stuff from these people. So it's only right to get the person their proper credit when you taking their content. So it's been a battle on our end. A lot of the Terence Williams interview got taken and other people getting credit for it, and it's going viral on other people's pages without giving the source the proper credit on that. Then you see West Coast asks Dez Bryant a question on the personal corner space. Y'all make sure y'all tune into that. With West Coast been doing big things over there, rocking with Dez Bryant, but he asked Dez Bryant a question about Trayvon Diggs. So basically, West Coast and Dez Bryant broke this news about the Trayvon Diggs situation. So give the proper person their respect for breaking these reports. That's all I'm saying. And this article right here actually does give West Coast his proper respect. So a lot of these other media outlets did not mention West Coast Cowboy, and that is just downright wrong and distasteful. So make sure y'all put that respect on the proper people, man. But it says the Dallas Cowboys are not trying to be fair to star cornerback Trayvon Diggs in contract talks per NFL star Dez Bryant. Diggs is not trying to knock them across the head. I would say the Cowboys, are not trying to be fair to him. I feel like what he's asking for, he's rightfully deserving of that contract, Brian said, via West Coast Cowboy and Sports Illustrated now. So listen, man. This is what I'm saying, man. Dollar Bill Jones is striking again, y'all.
Bill!
Good grief.
Shut down! Pay no country boy nothing! Nothing! nothing.
Man, listen here, man. Dollar Bill Jones is finna. I hope he don't fumble this bag, y'all. We need to be concerned. If I'm panicking about anything about the Dallas Cowboys, it's contract negotiations, man. I'm telling you right now. That's what I'm afraid of. And what the Joneses need to realize is, man, you got some budding superstars coming right behind these people. You got superstars loaded up that you have to pay. You don't think Michael Parsons is taking notes? You don't think CeeDee Lamb is taking notes? They looking like, if Trey can't get paid, what do I supposed to do? Like, what's going on? So even though you got some of the best talent in the NFL, you want to BS around and not pay them their money that they deserve. We've seen Trayvon Diggs be one of the best corners in the league. I don't care where you put him, but he top 5 in my book and in most categories. Listen, some players are just irreplaceable. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Jones, them sitting up there like they Beyonce. Like, move your stuff in the box to the left. They think they can replace anybody. No. To the left. They said everything you own in the box to the left. They really mistaken if they think they could just replace any of these players. Y'all tell me right now, if it is one, it might be one player who is just as a good a ball hawk as Trayvon Diggs is. Listen here. They only come around like once every 10 years, bro. Like, you don't even see many DBs with the ball skills that Trayvon Diggs has. So he's literally somebody who is irreplaceable in my book. I don't know. He is him as a DB, bro. He really is.
I'm not them. I'm him, Jones. I'm him, Duncan.
That's irreplaceable. That's an irreplaceable trait. And what is more valuable than ball production? Somebody put it in the chat. What's more important than that? What's more important than ball production? Because I see a lot of people want to be hating on Diggs. For one part, they'll say, hey, all he do is get interceptions. See, that's what's wrong with some of y'all, man. Look, listen to this. Okay, when we had Byron Jones, everybody said, oh, he don't get no interceptions. That's what his big knock was. He was a good He was a good lockdown corner. He was always shadowing the player. He was never out of position. Byron Jones was pretty solid. But when it came to criticizing him, the first thing they said was he don't get interceptions, right? Then now they go and use that as ammunition towards diminishing what Trayvon Diggs has done. See, this is all I'm trying to get y'all to understand is the logic of the mainstream media be very, very flawed, and a lot of our fan base just sit up here and take it and just join in with it. What's going on with them, man? They just move the goalposts, but y'all just move right along with it. We seen Trayvon Diggs have one of the best DB years in the league ever, and then I believe Trey let the people get a little bit in his head too, because I don't think he was the same Trey no more. I think he tried to be shut down Trey, but that he did all that just to find out that it was a trick the whole time, Trayvon. It was a trick. Do what you do. Don't let these people talk you out your game. You are an interception type DB. Catch interceptions. Do not let these people talk you out of your game. Continue to be who you are, and then master it, and then nobody have nothing to say. That's how it goes. Everything ain't for everybody. That's what I'm trying to say. Everything ain't for everybody, bro. So I don't want Trey to be halfway Trey and then halfway somebody else. No, be Trayvon Diggs. Be the interception guy. Be the guy who they be scared to throw to. Because now, when they scared to throw to Trey, guess what their only other options is? To throw at Stephon Gilmore or Deron Bland, some of these other players who you don't want to throw at. The Cowboys got a shutdown type secondary, and it's only gonna get better with time, I'm telling you. Shout out to my little cousin in the chat. What's happening with you, Jalea? You know, J Money. Y'all go listen to her music now. Y'all go listen to her music, man. I just want people to understand, like, the importance. It's easy to sit up here and go with it. They try to find just small little inklings of what? Imperfection, a little blemish on some of these players' resume and try to dog them out for it. They say, oh, Trayvon ain't get that many interceptions this year. They just dogged him out for getting a lot of them the year before, though. But we ain't remember that, right? See, I don't understand that, man. You just can't let these people trick you out of a good player. The Cowboys need to realize you got Will McClay, the mad scientist, out there cooking up some of the best talent, the best rosters in football. And now it's time to pay the people. It's time to pay him. Like, I don't see what's so difficult about that. You got the best talent scout in football, and now when he do his job, you don't want to pay the people. Make that make sense. Shout out to DC for Light Texas. That get you 2 raffle entries right there. He said, what's good, landlord, Cowboys family? Let's freaking go, Cowboys 6. Let's go. Hey, man, you know how to get me lit. You know how to get me lit, man. You know how to get me lit. Hey, it be like a pelt rally when he say something. Toxic Tom Downey burner account says Diggs probably will get around 22 mil a year. As he should. He said Scream is buffering a lot. I don't know. Let me check it out myself. It shouldn't be. It looks like everything's a go on my end. Let me see. Y'all give me a 1 if it's messing up. It might be some of my internet all across the board. It shouldn't be my look like it's running pretty fine on my end, Toxic. You might have to readjust your system or something, sir. It might be you. Shout out to It's Too Easy with the raffle entry. That get you another raffle entry. I will be updating it next for tomorrow for all the new raffle entries, man. So I appreciate y'all. Let's get it. DP Johnson in the building says Diggs and Lamb was supposed to get matching $20 million deals in May. Dak should have been extended instead of restructured. We would have money to sign everybody then, man. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we already understand what the order of operations should have been. We should have been restructured Dak or re-signed Dak, rather. We should have re-signed Dak. That would have made his cap hit way lower. We wouldn't have to worry about this $59 million cap hit next year. We wouldn't have to worry about that if they would have did what they supposed to did. But it seems like the Cowboys just ain't learned their lesson. Just like Dak screwed them over the other year when they was betting against him and he balled out, that's what it looked like it's finna happen again. It looked like Dak just got to keep time and time again proving his worth and mushing it into Jones's faces. That's what it looked like. I hate that. But, yeah, man, if we was able to do that for Dak, we would have been able to open up money for everybody else, for sure. Jalen Barty says, if you build your O-line and keep it intact for the next 3 years, not going to really matter what fresh running back we have behind them. They'll produce if the line is great. Yeah, absolutely. But how great you think the line going to be, Jay? You know what I'm saying? I think this line is, it's diminishing. It ain't done yet. I think we still a great line if everybody's healthy, if they play collective, you know what I'm saying? If we don't have too many significant injuries that'll mess up the continuity and the chemistry of the O-line, I think we can ball out. But, this line is getting a little long in the tooth on, with Terence Smith and then Zach Martin. Even though he's still at the top of his game, he's still 33 years old. So I don't know how much longer we gon' expect greatness from Zach Martin, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think maybe he got like 3-4 more years of greatness, like goatness, or maybe he gonna beat up for all the time. Who knows? We hope he do, though. We hope he do. Could you imagine Zach Martin at 37 still being a GOAT? That'll be great for the Cowboys, but I think that's a tough that's a tall order for anybody to be almost hitting 40 and still being the same old great guy. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. So I think we'll have to it's raffle. It's raffle, little cuz, not rapper. You know, I'm just country, so forgive me. Yeah, so shout out to Common Sense Lab with the $5 raffle entry. He says, if we have the miracle / historical season that we have a chance to have, we would, what would these players' contract be? Pay them now. Fire road to 6. Absolutely, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we want to be great, we got to pay these great players. You can't be great without great players. I don't know what's the problem. So, like, we America's team. We supposed to have that star power. We supposed to have some of the greatest players in football. You already know that.
We are America's team. The most watched.
So why would you think you ain't gonna pay
Y'all
him?
don't like us, but y'all tune in every Sunday.
If you gonna have some of the greatest players in football, you gotta pay them, man. It is what it is. But shout out to West Coast for breaking that story, man. Asking the right things from Dez, and Dez Bryant gave him that sauce, man.
Trap.
Shout out to the homie West, man. See, y'all gotta make sure y'all get the right info and the right credit out here to the people. But West Coast came right back and asked this on his Twitter. Y'all make sure y'all go follow him on Twitter. It says, did the Cowboys sign Gilmore only so they wouldn't have to pay Diggs? I hope not. I don't think so. I wouldn't think that's the way they operating or the way they was looking at it, but I still, you know, you never know with dollar bill though. So it's still a possibility, you know. The whole time, don't tell me the whole time we was thinking that he was turning over a new leaf and he really was just being nefarious or something. Don't tell me that, but I don't think so. I don't think so, Mr. West Coast. I don't think that's the case. I think they was trying to solidify both sides, but you know, I wouldn't put nothing past them boys though. That's all I say. Jalen Barter says, stop playing, landlord. You know this team got the run personnel to pound any defense. It's about having a scheme in place and playing to your strengths on offense. Yeah, exactly. We've been needing a run scheme for sure. Now we can run the ball, you know. When I say if I'm speaking about what? If I'm speaking about us diminishing a little bit on the O-line, it'll be more about the pass blocking. You know what I'm saying? It'll be more about pass blocking. Because we ain't been a top team in pass blocking in the past few years. Excuse me. I think actually we've been in the middle of the pack or, you know, on the back end of the NFL when it comes to pass blocking. DP says, issue is the front office likes to run off and make plans, then talk to coaches. Mike McCarthy should have an office in the front office. Office in the front just to go to talk personnel. GMs don't know rosters like the head coach anyway. It's amazing. Yeah, you're right. They should let Mike McCarthy get a little more authority when it comes to building this team up. And I think he got a little more than the other coaches, but I don't know how much that's actually saying though. Because I don't think Jason Garrett was having a lot of say-so and stuff like that in previous years. I just don't. But let's get back into some more topics. Let's see. Okay. Bam. Mr. Saquon is talking real reckless out here, y'all. He ain't playing. He says, my leverage is I could say Q to the Giants. I could say Q to my teammates and be like, you want me to show you my worth? You want me to show you show you how valuable I am to the team? I won't show up. I won't play a down, and that's a play I could use, man.
Trap.
Man, that is very disturbing for the filthy Giants. You know what I'm saying? Now I wouldn't, you know. We happy that they having some turmoil over there, that they beefing over there. But at the same time, it's still the same essence of the running backs that's getting mistreated. But Saquon saying he ain't standing for it. That's probably the only type of leverage he got. Because I know they was asking him, like, what leverage do you have then, Saquon? And he's saying, hey, I don't have to play at all. So that'll be interesting to see if Saquon really about that life. He might have to show it, man. He might have to show it, and he might have to lead this running back revolution. That might be what it is, man. It might be what it is. Oh, man, we got Mr. Dislike in the building. What's happening, sir?
Trap.
Let me know. Was you one of the ones I snagged on? Did I do the one hand Odell on you, or did I just take your gal? Let me know which one it was. But y'all make sure y'all hit that like. Get them likes up and just overthrow this Mr. Goofy Dislike dude. Show him that won't stop the trap now. That won't stop us. It's gonna take, you're gonna have to wake up way early in the morning to stop a trap, sir, with your little one dislike. But let's continue. Toxic Tom says, landlord, why do so many people get distressed over the the salary cap when most do not even understand how it really works? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's so general that I don't know where to go with it. But I get what you're saying. Like, people do get stressed about the numbers. You think you trying to say like the cap hit or the whole contract? You trying to say that people really don't even know the difference? I don't know where you're coming from. It's like it was kind of too general of a statement in my opinion. So let me know what you mean. Mr. Big Dad 8604 says, landlord, Saquon about to pull a Emmitt Smith move minus the Super Bowl, of course. Absolutely. They ain't getting no Super Bowl. They ain't getting that. Mr. Choctaw says, Saquon, nigga, you haven't played 85% of your career thus far. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But, you know, he is the best player on the Giants. Can we agree to that? I don't know how much that's actually saying, though. So, you know. But if you ask me who was the best player on the Giants, it's Saquon. And to be honest, let me know if y'all on the same page as me. Okay? The reason that I have never feared the New York Giants, especially in the recent years, is because I always looked at Saquon like, man, to be honest, Saquon could be a problem for us. I always did that. Like, I'm just being honest. I'm not sitting up here dissing people for no reason or being biased. I'm just being real. When I look at the game plan or look at our opponent, we were going up against the Giants, I look at Saquon like he could be a potential problem for us. But one thing that comforts my heart, that gives me joy, is the fact that they got Daniel Jones over there. That's what I'm not afraid of that guy. Know what I'm saying? I look at it like if they had a better quarterback, the Giants might be a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's why probably Saquon going so hard. He like, man, you sit up here and pay Daniel Jones all this money, and he really ain't even like that. So when you think about it on that perspective, that's when it starts to get a little muddy, Choctaw. Because of course he hasn't been healthy, but he's still one of the premier players in the league. He's still one of the best running backs in the league, and he's still probably the best player on the Giants. And the quarterback who he's making up for just got all that money. So Saquon probably like, hey man, you got to pay me too, bro. You got to pay me too. So I ain't really mad at him. And then, you know, that's other people's problems, so we ain't worry about that. Mr. Michael Elliott said, the question is, was Jerry really the one who pushed for free agency? If so, he pushed for something he has lost at. True story. Ooh, you going back in the archives. Maybe, you know, we haven't been that great in free agency. I mean, we got Dion or somebody in it. You know, we kind of won some championships with that, but yeah, I don't know if the Cowboys been that great on free agency though. So you got a good point. JB2 says, bro, that's 1 year Zeke did more, and they wanted him gone after his pay. Get on. Yeah, man. It's just rough for running backs. Like they got to sit down and make a real plan about this, because it's not gonna just get fixed like that. Tassi Tom says, people act like the cap is a hard budget. It's simple accounting. So the people saying we cannot do, it's a flat out lie. Cash flow is not cap hit. Yeah. Now, if you talking about that, yeah, for sure. They can do whatever they want. the thing about it is, what makes Stephen Jones and the Cowboys operate in such a cheap manner is because they trying to protect the future. So you can literally pay for anybody you want almost, and it's possible. But all you'll have to do is move the money around, like push the money towards the future. So they don't want to do that in hopes of being relevant now and to the future. But if they was just able to say, screw it, we gonna go all in for now, they might have the future in danger in hopes of getting a Super Bowl in the near future. But we haven't seen the Cowboys operate like that, so we don't know if they even capable of doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what people need to realize. It's like, you either gonna forfeit your future for instant gratification, or, you know, be mediocre in the present to be relevant in the future. That's basically what it is when it comes to the salary cap. You can push all that money to the front. Shout out to iRock sliding in, Rolo Tomasi sliding in. Shout out to y'all boys, man. Shout out to you. But yeah, it's basically like asking the Joneses to sacrifice their future. If they willing to do that, the Cowboys could get a big payoff. If not, we might just be, you know, hoping that the players can do it. Because most of these other GMs, they'll just say, screw the future. We got to try to do it now. And what my biggest pushback on the Joneses is, I just feel like when you this close, if you a real risk taker, like I look at Jerry as, if you a real risk taker, I feel like when you see your team this close, you should have that natural gut instinct. Hey, maybe we should go do something else. Maybe it's time to go for it. Let's go get these players that we need. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to squander a opportunity when your team is close. So I just feel like a natural hustler, like I look at Jerry. I look at Jerry like a hustler. Jerry is a trapper, though. Jerry a trapper. Don't make no mistake about that. So if you a real trapper, Mr. Jerry, you should be able to see when it's time to get that opportunity, you got to go for it. So that's all we've been waiting on. I feel like Jerry been squandering a lot of those opportunities, and this is another championship caliber team. You might need to go do something to make sure it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave it all up to chance. Kind of push the odds in your favor a little bit more, and maybe we can get over this hump. That's what we're looking for right now. But man, Saquon look like he ain't playing with him. He really ready to take over. he ready to stand up. But this even further lets you see how the disrespect of the running back position being. Like Pacheco for Kansas City, we know he was a rookie back, but only $700,000. Cam Akers, these are the leading rushers for the past 10 Super Bowl winners, and nobody has been paying any of these guys real money. It's real peculiar that Percy Harvin was a wide receiver, though, and he got the most money. That's the only reason. That's an outlier right there. We know that. Percy Harvin is an outlier. He was a receiver, so that's probably the only reason he in the millions. He in the 2 millions because he was a receiver. So I don't even really count that. LeGarrette Blount, 730. That's nothing. C.J. Anderson for Denver, 585, I believe that is. It's hard to see on my end. 760, 900. Sonny Michel, 480, I believe. Damian Williams, $1 million. Him and Leonard Fournette is the only ones that was really in the millions. But think about it, Leonard Fournette was a very high draft pick. So that's the only reason where you can consider that. Leonard Fournette was a very high draft pick. That's probably the only reason he in that territory right there. But basically, they haven't been paying running backs at all and getting all kind of top tier production from them boys, man. It's crazy. And I just went over that discussion the other day, man. I feel like they increased the running back load during the playoffs, during the cold months. But then they try to say, hey, we don't need y'all throughout the year. The running back position ain't that important. And then as soon as it get cold, as soon as you get on the road, as soon as you need to milk this clock to win the game, they increase the running back usage and then look back at them and tell them, we don't really need So they doing a swindle. It might be a real conspiracy against these running backs, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It's very, very disturbing. I'm gonna tell you that now. It could be a collective, conspiracy against these running backs, because they literally don't let the running back get no shine until they absolutely need them. And then they look back and say, hey, look at the whole season. Look at the whole season. We didn't use you until it was very necessary and you needed a win. But I thought this picture right here was kind of funny. Like, I wonder what made the Cowboys choose some of these players, because some of our players ain't on here. Like, it was kind of peculiar that they saying this is the offense. I see they got Kevontae Turpin on there, outside of Jalen Toll, but the other wide receiver. They got Zach Martin and Tony right by each other. Both of them not happy right now, But Zach Martin, Micah Gallup, Cooper Rush, Brandon Cooks, Tyron Smith, and they got your boy Rojo on there. HTM, what's happening? So they got Rojo on there. Tyler Smith, Jake Ferguson, Terence Steele, Turpin, who is that? Tyler Biadasz and Chumanga Edoga. What made them put him on here? Like, we don't know, but Peyton Hendershot on there as well. But it was just pretty interesting to see, like, I wonder what was the deciding factor that made them put some of them guys on there. Does this mean that Chumanga Edoga is finna be the starting guard or something? Does that? We don't know. We're gonna have to see what happens in training camp. But this is news just from Washington. They finally, this says Adam Schefter reports one of the most significant days in the history of Washington football team finally has arrived. The NFL owners are expecting today to approve the sale of the Washington Commanders from Tanya and Dan Snyder to Josh Harris. So the Washington Commandos finally got a new owner, looks like. Some of y'all wish that was the Cowboys, then, what I'm saying? But I think we need to lighten up on Jerry just a little bit, because Jerry kind of made the Cowboys who we are at times. look, I knew somebody in the chat was gonna say something like that. Like, yeah, you jealous of him because you want to get rid of Jerry. Don't do Jerry like that. Jerry brought us a lot of glory years, man, but it's just been a long time coming since he did something else. But I was looking up Jerry information and like his start and his origin and stuff. He tried to buy the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? So do you think Jerry would have been able to do what he did for Dallas with the Chargers? Or do you think it was just destined the Cowboys was this team? Because he changed the trajectory of the Cowboys. He really did. And it was a big risk for him taking the team. So I think people need to lighten up just a tad bit on my boy Jerry Jones, man. Jerry is the Cowboys, whether we like it or not. He represents us good sometimes, and he get on our nerves sometimes. You never know. What y'all think? Do y'all think the Chargers would be the biggest team? Do y'all think they'll be the number one franchise in sports if Jerry would have got approved to buy the Chargers at that time? I think that would have been very interesting right there, man. I think that's a decent, like an interesting conversation. What Jerry would have been able to work the same magic he worked in Dallas with the Chargers. That's very, very crazy. Because if he would have bought the Chargers, he would have never made it to the Cowboys. Neil says that ain't even news when Dak farts. It's a national headline compared to anything out of Washington. Good girl. Chata said, get them out of there, period. Y'all sick of them boys, ain't it? Lord King said, I got banned from YouTube yesterday. What you did, man? You out there being super nefarious, ain't you, bro? Rolo says, Jerry always reminds me of Burt Reynolds in Striptease, all baseline up for the with cowboy boots. I don't know. I don't think I get that reference. I don't know. Maybe I'm too young. I don't know. Toxic says he got all that credit, fired the guy who built it, and refused to give him his due. Jerry rode coattails. I mean, but look, do he get any credit for hiring Jimmy? Because he did that. We blame him for firing Jimmy because he did, but he did hire him too. Now, don't forget that. He did hire him. Now, hey, he could have hired somebody else that didn't give us anything. We got to remember that. Michael Elliott says, I meant Jerry. He said, did Jerry start the salary cap, which started free agency? Because if so, he did it to save money, which they do. And the team is a laughing stock because of it. Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm not sure is Jerry credited for that. I know he was heavily involved. I'm not sure. I have to look that up. Shout out to Michael Nelson with the $5 raffle intro. I appreciate you. He said, what's up, bro? Hey, Deion Sanders was a terrible tackler, but he's considered to be the GOAT. Go figure. Yeah, I mean, Deion didn't even try to tackle a lot of times, but he was a GOAT coverer, though. Like, you couldn't catch nothing on his side for real. Like, the only way you can do anything on Deion is you had to get super physical, and sometimes that didn't even work. You know what I'm saying? So, Deion was nice with it, though, man. Like, you know, every player has their flaws. Like, I don't know if it's many perfect players. So, you know, every player gonna have, if you gonna judge them on like a GOAT level, it's a critique for every player almost. But, you know, Deion was, I still look at him as the best corner. I could be wrong, but I look at Deion as the best corner. Fresh King says, Chad, who would you rather had though, Jerry Jones or Jerry Buss? That's the Lakers, ain't it? I don't know. Shout out to Miss Patrice with the $1.99 for your man. She said the Joneses make us drink like shit. You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. Man, Cowboy season, look. Hey, I don't know if y'all know about me that much, but like I really don't even drink alcohol that much. I may drink on a weekend or something sometimes, or on a casual basis, or, you know, in a celebratory manner. But during football season, man, my nerves be so shot. I have to have me a drink on every hour on the hour. I need me a drink. The Cowboys do get my nerves messed up, so I almost have to drink while I'm watching games. They be having me too going too crazy. Neil says, I can only think of one tackle Deion made on Steven Davis. Don't do Deion like that, man. Deion was a GOAT with the coverage, though. DP Johnson said, Deion didn't tackle as a business decision. I seen him flip running backs on the goal line versus the Giants. He might not throw his body around, but he didn't miss tackles either. Excuse me. Yeah, I can see that, you know. And then you think about it, Deion didn't suffer no whole bunch of injuries either, cause he knew where his bread was buttered. He like, man, I gotta I get my money because I'm fast and because don't nobody want to throw the ball over here. I can cover these guys, not because I'm ringing bells out here. So he probably put it in his priorities. Like, my number one priority is to cover and not get hurt. So, you know what I'm saying? Tackling is gonna increase that, but that is a selfish mentality, man, but some players just like that. Some players like, it's me over the team. I don't want to get hurt. Sometimes you want them to sacrifice their body at times for the team, though, at the same time. So that's going to be a either or type situation, and it's going to vary between players, because some players will sacrifice their body for the team. Some players won't do it as much. Some players be like, nah, I got to get that check, sir. I got to get that check. Fresh King said Jerry Buss originally was the one that bought the Cowboys, and the owners vetoed it and allowed Jones to take it. That's very peculiar right there. They going to talk about all that probably on the Jerry Jones documentary. I can't wait to see it. I really think it's going to be good. Like, I think that's going to be dope. I like seeing, like, come-up stories anyway. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing come-up stories anyway. Tyson Tom says, I need some succession backstabbing to get rid of Jerry and Steven. Charlotte is our only hope now. Yeah, Charlotte, be chilling. Charlotte into art and stuff. I think they said she designed most of the artwork and stuff. She designed and decorated most of the stadium and stuff. So she ain't really studying no football. You know what I'm saying? Just know, once Jerry Jones leave here, you know, God forbid when that day come, Steven gonna be right there. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna have to deal with Steven Jones. That's what you gonna deal with. And then, you know, I don't know how that's going to go after him. You know, is Jerry Jones Jr.? I know he older, but he probably don't even want it. So it's going to go straight to Steven. I don't know what it'll happen after Steven, though. Like, after Steven, we don't know what's going to happen. DC for Life says, I'd be wanting to drink sometime during the season, but I quit in 2011. I managed, but it's not easy sometimes. DC for Life, let's freaking go, Cowboys. Hey, man, look, I don't know. I drink heavily during football season. It's only during games, though, man. Like, I can't just sit up here. I be anxious than a mug trying to see what these Cowboys finna do, man. So it's crazy. The curse of Jimmy Johnson and the ring, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It might be a curse for real. We don't know. Jerry need to just go and put that man in the ring of honor, and we might be good, but hey, we'll never know. Jay Lombardi says, save us, Charlotte. Man, Charlotte ain't studying no football. Rolo talking about Charlotte not a bad-looking older woman. She really not, you know. That's funny. Jay Lombardi says another 30 seasons with Steven Jones. Ooh, look, man. Let's take a little vote real quick before I end this show, man. Do y'all think the Steven Jones era will be better or worse than the Jerry Jones era? Let's see. Trap. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I used to look at Steven as a more logical, a more rational person. Because, you know, Jerry was a little roller coaster-ish. Like, he'll be up and down, and he'll want to make the splash and do all this risk-taking stuff. We don't know. But now, as we got further and further into the transition from Jerry to Steven, now it looks like Steven is just way too cheap and may not know how to grasp or capture an opportunity when it presents itself. So now I'm a lot standoffish on Steven being the one who takes over all the way. Now it's kind of making me concerned. Now I'm sitting up here like, man, he may not never make a big move. He may not never make a splash. I don't know. So let's see what's happening, y'all. Let's see what the people say, man, before we wrap this thing on up. I think it went just me, though. I think the fans as a whole used to look at Steven as the rational. He was the one that made Jerry settle down a little bit. But now it's like he just settled them down too much. So now we don't want to do nothing. Now we got scared money. And we know it don't make no money. We know that. That's your trap lesson for today, you know? Y'all know scared money don't make no money. He said he's cheaper than his father. Of course, very, very much so. Dallas don't make team improvements for real. Look at all the players we had a chance to get. Don't do that, JB. That could have pushed us over the hump. Hey, we don't want to talk about that. It makes me sad now. Don't do that. You ain't lying, man. We could have had Bobby Wagner on this team. We could have had Von Miller on this team. Just imagine Von and Micah on the same team, man. I know Von got hurt last year, but who says he would have got hurt in Dallas? We don't know. Tyson says, I would say better because I think Steven Jones will hire GM. Nah, that's still Jerry's son. That is still Jerry's son. So, you know, he still might want to do the Jerry Jones type vibes. I hope not. We'll have to see. C. Burleson said that's a hard question. It is, right? Klebo said, I think Steven been running shit for a while lately. Jerry used to throw money at his players. Steven be cowboy. Exactly. Yeah, you right. And it seems like it's hard to get paid in Dallas these days. So that's probably one of the prime indicators that let you know that Steven been taking over the reins and at the helm as of late. So yeah, I think it's trending in that direction. I just don't think the transition is 100% yet. Dope Meister says, I got a feeling Stephen Jones is gonna run the franchise into the ground. No, sir. Say it ain't so, Mr. Dope Meister. Say it ain't so. Let's see. Miss Elder said, worst landlord. Y'all ain't got no hope for Steve. Jalen Barty says, nope, I have zero trust in Steven. Y'all ain't fooling with Steven, man. Good grief. Neil says, Steven all of a sudden has fallen out of good faith, man. What you mean? I don't know. Explain that. Dollar Bill Steven. Same. Rolo says same. Big Game James calls Steven Baby Nuts Jones because he's afraid to pay. Hey, I heard that. Shout out to Big Game because that's funny too. Shout out to Big Game James. Baby Nuts. Yeah. Dollar Bill Jones, Baby Nuts, you know, whatever you like the most. Big Dallas says worse. Good grief. Clebo says worse. Miss Patrice says Steven will be worse. Everybody's saying worse. Everybody is saying worse. Dope Meister worse. James worse. Y'all making me sad for real now. Good grief. Joe Tranchina says both like father like son. They both suck. Hey man, chill out. Mr. Joe over there in Italy going crazy. Don't do us like that, Joe. Afro Sheen says worse. Honey Badger still hurts. What you talking about? Oh, we could have acquired him. JB over there making me sad for real too. Most people saying worse. I ain't seen good faith for Mr. Steven taking all the way over yet at all. So it's looking real sad and grim for us when Mr. Stephen Jones takes over the control of America's team, y'all. I don't know what to tell us, man, but it ain't no question that he gonna take over the kingdom when that day comes for Mr. Jones. So I guess we're gonna have to pray on it, y'all. We're gonna have to pray on it. Like, what can we do? What can we do? Now we can start up a GoFundMe and try to buy the Cowboys. We can do that. I got 5 on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm pretty sure we won't be able to do it, but hey, we can say we tried. Fresh King says Steven with off-season pickups this year, I would give Stephen Jones credit for, but it admitting to his mistakes to begin with. Yeah, I give him a little credit for Brandon Cooks and Stephon Gilmore and stuff like that. I feel like they changing just a little bit. Mr. Thomas A. Garrett in the building says worse in all caps. That's terrible. And then, like, we already know that he gonna take over too. It ain't a chance that nobody else comes as somebody who can take over after him. Like, it's Steven, y'all. So we might need to be a little more happy about Jerry right now, because we know Steven is gonna be, he's coming down the pipeline for sure. So that's something that we might not be fond of. Steven is who we got to deal with right after this. So y'all might need to put a little respect on Mr. Jerry now. The lesser of the two evils, I guess. That's what you could say. Rolo says, can we just whap up? Hey, man, you can't be saying the thoughts of the chat box does not necessarily reflect the thoughts of landlord from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Miss Regina said, landlord, you might want to keep your day job. What I did? Yeah, I gotta keep my day job too. What did I do though, Miss Regina? I missed it. Stephen Jones is so cheap. When his wife asked for a flower, he got her a handful of seeds. Man, chill out. He said he ain't want to pick a flower for his old lady. He crazy. You talking to somebody? Miss Elder says, landlord, well, maybe there is hope for Jerry Jones when we have Will McClay as a real GM. Y'all think Steven will let Will just be a GM and Steven just be the owner? and leave everything alone, that would be in a perfect dream world right now. But I just don't see it happening. You know, we can hope for the best, though. We definitely can hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to hope for the best. DC for Light Texas says we have to go fund me for now to 2035 and probably still not have enough to buy the Cowboys. DC for Light. Facts. Hey man, all we can say is that we tried. You know what I'm saying? We tried. Hey, we'll never get that money. Shit. We'll never get that money. Hey, Jerry will have to help us out. Shit. Danny Savage will do it. I don't know. Danny Savage will do it. Is he even in here? I don't know. Lawrence Moore says Steven would be significantly worse because he's too cautious and greedy. Young Jerry was very risky. Hey, and they say the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward now. Oh, yeah. She said if the company goes under. Yeah, you ain't lying, Miss Regina. You know, I'm going to still be here repping the San Antonio Cowboys, whatever they'll be. Ooh, the Cowboys have to move to Birmingham. The Birmingham Cowboys, like, hey, y'all. That'll be the most bittersweet day ever for me. I'll be kind of happy, though, you know. You know what I'm saying? It'll never happen ever. So, you know, we ain't got to worry about that. Mr. Fresh King says, I wonder if Steven will actually have an issue paying Zach Martin. That will show us everything we need to know. We finna see. We finna see what happens. This finna tell us a lot. It's finna be very revealing. It will be. It will be. D. Shield says, Jimmy Johnson sure did make Jerry go on a hell of a tear. Huh, damn, yeah. He did. And Jerry still mistreating him. It seemed like Jerry ain't mature enough to go and take that L. Yeah, if y'all finna go on, let me know. I forgot. Y'all ain't saying that. We can wrap it up. Yeah, we can wrap it up and go on. But yeah, man, I don't know if Jerry is mature enough to do exactly what he need to be doing. But man, all I'm gonna say in closing, we need to pay our players. If we want premier players in this league, we need to pay them. It is simple. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to be America's team, you want to have that star power, the glitz and the glamour, it comes at a price, Jerry and Steven. Most of the time when we talking about cheap stuff, I just say Steven because I refuse to look at Jerry as somebody cheap. I'm sorry. When you buy $1 billion yacht, I don't think nobody could ever call you cheap ever again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But man, I really appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all participate in the raffle too, man. I appreciate all the raffle interest today. I will be updating the raffle standings tomorrow, so I'll let y'all know where y'all stand at and y'all chances to win a jersey of your liking, Madden 24, and, you know, a t-shirt. So I will be distributing that out there, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all. Y'all know we trying to go to training camp in a couple of weeks, and, you know, we trying to get y'all that top tier coverage, man. But I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Support Landlord Sports, because we are what? The greatest. Make sure y'all hit that like and share.
Yeah.
Y'all understand me? I appreciate y'all today, man. Let's get it.
In my hand. Yeah.
Let's go.
And this is greatness defined.
Let's go. Let's survive your mind.
And every song, man, I swear, just get better with time.
Let's get your boy over 100, man. Look out for the squad. Let me get over 100 before I wrap this up, man. Y'all do your boy solid. Let's get it. I know my time coming. Let's get it. Let me with my egotistical way. Such miserable hate.
I never paid attention to what most
say.
They words are
unemployed like prepositional phrase.
They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the Phoenix.
Show these people I'm great, and I know these haters can't stand me. Let's go. So Bring the block to the and if you try to stop me, you need a plan B, yeah. I appreciate y'all, man. Let's get some flames and some blue hearts in the chat for them Cowboys. Let's get it. I'm the great. Let's go. Yeah. Every beat I eat and destroy, that's what the fans wanted.
You try to copy, that's hard stopping.
Yeah.
I'm a giant when rhyming.
And y'all microscopic.
I got them watching and they believe in me like a prophet.
Cause the pics I'm cropping be masterpieces, they photoshopping.
I'm from the bottom.
Let's go. Appreciate you, Miss Elder. Appreciate you, Mr. I-Rock. Thanks. Let's get it. These are God level lyrics. I should be on Mount Olympus.
My music therapeutic to the real spirit, like it came from ancient Kemet.
Ain't nobody messing with me, I'm the greatest.
Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me.
Let's take a seat.
I do it for the family.
Let's go.
Bring the block to the Grammys.
And if you try to stop me, you need a plan B, yeah.
I just do it for the real.
Let's beat up these disliking mother. We got some dislikers in here. Let's show them they'll never stop the trap. Let's let them know, man, they hate us because they ain't us. We know these haters want to try to suppress our success, but nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.